Hello everyone, it's Shane Kanto, your Wasteland reviewer, and I'm here to review A Mouthful of Air, and this is new drama starring Amanda Seyfried as Julie Davis, a best-selling children's book writer who has a lot of mental health issues in her past and definitely a lot of abuse in her past. And that all comes rushing back when she gets pregnant and starts having a family. And this is from writer and director Amy Koppelman, who Amy Koppelman also wrote the book that this film is based off of. And you have Finn Wittrock, who plays the husband Ethan, and you have a couple other actors thrown in here, like Britt Robertson plays a small role. You have Jennifer Carpenter, Paul Giamatti plays psychiatrist, and Amy Irving plays Amanda Seyfried's mother in the film. And you have some decent supporting cast thrown in here. You have Josh Hamilton, you mentioned Paul Giamatti, and I think they all do a really fine job in the roles that they have. But really, it's centered upon this husband and wife. And I think Finn Wittrock does a really fine job in this film. I don't think his character's written where he has a whole lot to do. A lot of the times he's there to be the one trying to get his wife to take medicine. And a lot of the big emotional beats is just him trying to be like, take your medicine. And you have Amanda Seyfried, who does a fantastic job in this film. She's definitely the shining light, the shining star in this film. At the center, you have this young woman. And there's so many moments of her having to act out some really intense reactions to anxiety and different kinds of things like that. And you see her in very raw emotional states, very manic states, very depressed or detached states. And Amanda Seyfried gets the opportunity to really flex her acting skills, which I don't think I've seen a whole lot of films where she really gets to act at this particular level. And I think she does a really great job in this film. She definitely stands out. You have Koppelman, who directs this film, and they use a non-linear narrative, and I don't know how much that was necessary. It definitely used to keep some mystery and suspense going on. It definitely feels like it's trying to balance here's this storyline that seems like it might be sometime into the distant future, because Finn Wittrock looks a lot older. You have bouncing back and forth between being pregnant and having their son as a child, and having now the daughter as a baby, an infant, or when Amanda Seyfried was pregnant with either one of them. And you're bouncing around between all these different time periods, and it does get repetitive because it a lot of it keeps going back to the same conflict of, you need to take your meds, and I don't want to take my meds. And you do get that interaction quite a few times in this film. But the direction is really impressive. There's a balance of there's a very moving and beautiful animated sequence towards the end of this film that hits on a really emotional level. You have the way that the sound design is done heightens the anxiety that Amanda Seyfried's character is experiencing, and then us as the audience get to experience it as well. How they edit things, build up that shooting back, quick back and forth with anxiety of oh no, that's going to happen, that's going to happen, that's going to happen. And how Koppelman's able to direct this film really builds up that suspense and tension. And I think those kinds of things elevate this film from being something where it's just you've seen this kind of thing before. There's definitely melodramatic moments in it, and a bit repetitive moments of trying to have that same conflict again and again. But there's also some really genuine moments of them being parents and playing with their kids, and you could feel it didn't feel staged. It felt like parents playing with their kids. There's a genuine love and caring, and that's really impressive on Wittrock and Seyfried's point of being able to embody that parental love in those moments and really feeling real and connecting on that level. In general, I think this is a really emotional film. It'll definitely hit you. It definitely hit me. And this isn't your feel-good kind of story. This is a tragic story, and it's very sad, and it's really well directed, and even if, like, narratively, it's not the most fresh or the most unique and well done in terms of, like, not hitting the same kinds of beats over and over again. But in general, I think this film is a really moving and powerful experience, and it'll leave you definitely in a place where you feel like this film really hit you. It's a gut punch, and anchored by this fantastic performance, I think A Mouthful of Air is definitely a film worth checking out. But those are my thoughts on the film. Let me know what you think. Let's talk some movies. But thank you as always for tuning in and supporting your Wasteland reviewer.